Imagine if the best football clubs in the world and national teams competed in the same tournament for one trophy. What would that even look like? Well, today on the channel, my friends, we have the Champions League, but it is club versus country. We will have a total of 32 teams participating, but some of those teams will be club teams and some of them will be national teams. But we'll also have a little bit of a bonus twist that you will probably like and enjoy. So let's get into it. Let me show you the breakdown on how this competition will work. By the way, thank you for 150,000 subscribers. We hit 150K just a few days ago, and now we're gonna chase 200K. Hopefully we'll get there soon. Please hit the like button for me. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button. It would be really much appreciated. Club versus country, Champions League, yes. So like I said, our club versus country competition will have 8 groups of 4 for a total of 32 teams, and it will have national teams that participate in it. And Group A will be England's group, which means it will have the England national team in it. And the national team in Group A will be joined by club teams, one being Arsenal, of course, the other one being Manchester City. So that is 3 teams in Group A. We have a national team in England and 2 club teams from England, Arsenal and City. But we need one more team because we're having 4 teams per group, not 3. We're gonna have the England current team play against the Arsenal current team, against the Manchester City current team, and the England classic team as well. Group B will be dedicated to France, guys. And the French national team in Group B will be joined by Monaco and, of course, PSG. They will also be joined by the French classic national team with Thierry Henry and Zidane and Makelele and Ginola and Vieira. Petit, I mean, this team is stacked. I think PSG is going to have a very tough time on their hands, but I'm very intrigued to see how the current French team plays against the classic French team. Group C will be Italy's group, so the Italian national team will kick it off. And they, of course, will be joined by the current Serie A winners, which is Inter Milan. And the other Milan side, who are in second place currently, AC Milan. But the 4th team in the group to join the Italian national team, Inter Milan and AC Milan, will be the Italian classic national team. And just by looking at this team, not only will they be the favorites to win this group, they will probably be one of the favorites to win this entire competition, guys. Group D will be represented by everything Germany, so we will have obviously the German national team in it. And the 3 German teams that will join the German national team in Group D, it is of course Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, and of course Stuttgart, who are currently in 3rd in the Bundesliga. We don't have a classic national German team. I couldn't get one, so it has to be 3 clubs. Group number 5, which is Netherlands, of course Netherlands will be in it, the national team. And the club teams for Group E representing the Dutch group will be PSV and Feyenoord as well. But the 4th team in the Dutch group will not be a club. It will be the Dutch classic national team with Cruyff and Overmars and Van Basten, Bergkamp, Robben, Edgar Davids, Van der Sar, and Nets. Also probably the favorites to win the group and maybe even the entire thing. Like, this is the Dutch team of all Dutch teams. Group number 6, which is Group F, it will be dedicated to everything Spain. And the Spanish national team will be joined by Barcelona, but also by Girona, and yeah, Real Madrid. The 7th group, which is Group G, it will be Portugal with Ronaldo. And the Portuguese national team will be joined by Porto, Benfica, and Victor Gyökeres and Sporting. And the last group, which is Group H, it will be dedicated to Belgium. And they will be joined by a club from Belgium, which is Anderlecht, but also by Club Bruges. And last but certainly not least, Royal Union Saint-Gilloise. All right, my friends, so our 8 groups of 32 clubs and national teams, they are all set. We have a mixture of club teams, we have a mixture of national teams, and then we also have 4 wild cards. Remember that. The English classic national team, the Dutch classic national team, the Italian classic national team, and the French classic national team. I'm really intrigued to see how, for example, Group A plays out when you have England, the English classic national team, and then you have the top 2 clubs in Arsenal and City. Or in Group C, how the reigning champions in Inter Milan do against not only Italy, but the classic Italian squad. I mean, every single group is extremely interesting, and I really don't know what's going to happen. So make your predictions down below. Who do you think comes out on top? Will it be a club team? Will it be a national team? Or maybe it will be one of the 4 wildcard classic national teams. We are going to the end of the group stage matches. Let's see who gets to the round of 16. So the group stage matches of our club versus country Champions League are over, guys. We're gonna start in Group A, the group of England. Manchester City actually topped the group on 12 points, 4 wins and 2 losses, followed by England's classic national team, 3-0-3 on 9 points. It was a very, very tight group. Arsenal in 3rd, 2-1-3. They are eliminated. And the current England national team, they also finished on 2-1-3 on 7 points, also eliminated. Group B was the group of France and the French classic national team. They topped the group. They were very dominant. We expected that on 15 points. And then the current French national team finished in 2nd. That was always going to be the case, wasn't it? PSG and Monaco, they had no chance. chance. Group C was the group of Italy and the Italian classic national team. They finished on top 2-3-1 on 9 points, followed by Inter Milan, actually also on 9 points. The current national Italian squad finished in third, right behind Inter Milan on 8 points, so they are going home, and AC Milan on rock bottom, but they also had 6 points. Group D was Germany. Bayern Munich finished on top. My gosh, also so close. Bayern Munich on top. Bayer Leverkusen with Xabi Alonso in second place. Germany, the national team, the current one, also on 9 points, but in third, so they're going home, and Stuttgart rock bottom on 5 points. So out of Germany, it is actually the 2 club sides that are progressing. The national team is going home. Group E was Netherlands, and the Dutch classic team actually were on top. I mean, expected probably. 5 wins, 1 draw, 16 points, as dominant as they could possibly be. Followed by Feyenoord. Feyenoord on 10 points. The current national Dutch team, 5 points. Third place, 1, 2, and 3. They weren't great, and neither was PSV. So the modern day national Dutch team and PSV are going home. Group F was Spain, and it was 2 club teams that are progressing. It was Barcelona and Real Madrid. Girona in third, and the Spanish national team rock bottom. Group G, it was all Portugal, and FC Porto finished in first, followed by Portugal, and then Benfica and Sporting eliminated. And finally, in Group H, it was the Belgian group. Belgium national team on top, 5-0-1, dominant, followed by Club Brugge. I mean, it was close between Bruges and Anderlecht, but it was Club Brugge that came out ahead and grabbed the second spot. Anderlecht, a decent performance, but eliminated, and Royal Union Saint-Gilloise just not good enough. So a round of 16 club versus country Champions League matchups are as follows. FC Porto will take on Inter Milan. Belgium will take on Feyenoord. France national classic side will take on Real Madrid. That is a huge matchup. The Italian classic team will got a favorable draw. They got Club Brugge. Bayern Munich will have a very, very tough time because they will face the English classic national team, while the Dutch classic national team will take on the modern French side. Man City will take on Bayer Leverkusen, and the final matchup, it will be Barcelona versus Portugal. All our round of 16 matchups in our club versus country Champions League are over, guys. Who is going to the last stage, the quarterfinal? Inter Milan versus Porto. 4-3 on aggregate for Porto. Inter Milan is eliminated. That is a surprise. We might have a fairy tale run on our hands. It was Feyenoord versus Belgium, and it was 3-2 for Feyenoord. Belgium, the national team, is eliminated by a Dutch club in Feyenoord. 3-2 on aggregate. Belgium once again shows us that they cannot compete when it matters. Real Madrid took on the French national classic team, and it was a walk in the park for the French classic national team. 4-1 on aggregate. Bye-bye Real Madrid. Hello quarterfinals for the French classic national side. Club Brugge had a very big task on their hands. They were facing the Italian classic team, and it was 5-3 on aggregate for the Italians, of course. The English national classic side, they took care of business against Bayern Munich. 5-2 on aggregate. And then the modern day French team actually beat the Dutch classic national team 4-2 on aggregate. That is a bit of a surprise, but France is France. They're pretty good. Man City is still alive in this competition because they took care of Xabi Alonso and Bayer Leverkusen 5-2 on aggregate. And then finally, Barcelona without Lionel Messi actually eliminated Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo. So our last 8 quarterfinals, it will be Porto versus Feyenoord. I can't believe one of those two will be in the last 4. The French classic national side will take on the Italian classic national side. That is a big matchup. And then we'll have the English classic national side take on the modern day French side. And then the last quarterfinal, it will be 2 remaining club sides, which will be Man City versus Barcelona. Our quarterfinals are over, guys. Feyenoord versus Porto. Porto 5-1. Not even close. Porto always does well in our competitions for some reason. Porto is in the last 4 of our club versus country Champions League. Italy classic versus France classic. Italian legends versus the French legends. 5-4 on aggregate for the French legends. Italy is eliminated. The French legends are also in our last 4. And they will be joined in the semifinals by another French team, the modern France national team, because they eliminated the English classic national team, the English legends, 4-2 on aggregate. So we actually have 2 French national teams in the last 4. In the last quarterfinal, it was Man City that was up on Barcelona 2-1 on aggregate after the first leg, but then Barcelona won the second leg 3-0, eliminating Manchester City. I thought Man City was an almighty powerful club, but they are out. Which means our club versus country Champions League semi-finals. It will be the fairy tale story of Porto taking on the French legends. I don't know how they will do against that side. And then the modern day national French team will take on Barcelona. The leg ones in our semi-finals have been completed. Here are the leg twos. 3-1 on aggregate for the French classic team, the French legends over Porto, and that was probably expected. I don't think Porto is gonna come back in this match. Let's find out. Let's find out. They almost did. They almost did, but Thierry Henry in the 87th minute. The French legends, the France classic national team, they are in our club versus country Champions League final. Will it be France versus France or France versus Barcelona? Here is leg two. Barcelona is actually up 1-0 on aggregate after the first leg. They somehow won the first leg. Can they not mess it up? 3, 2, 1. Let's find out. Yes, they can. The modern day French national team is eliminated at the hands of Barcelona. And this means that our club versus country Champions League final, it will be the French legends versus the modern day Barcelona, Robert Lewandowski and Rafinha. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is the French legends versus modern day Barcelona in a club versus country Champions League, and Ginola is the top goal scorer with 10 goals in this competition. Here we go. It is kickoff time. France is obviously in their blue and white. Barcelona is in their white with the kind of bluish shorts. There is Zidane. There is Makelele. There is Vieira. It's so cool. I don't know how Barcelona is going to do against this team, honestly. This team is just goated. Like, this France national team is absolutely goated. It doesn't get any better. Petit, it's a foul. And Vieira is injured. Oh no, oh no. Balde took out Vieira, guys. Petit to Trezeguet. Trezeguet. Makelele, it's all France. Vieira holding on again. Thierry Henry, the legend. The Arsenal legend. The France legend. Back heel to Zizou. Zizou. Lizarazu now, and he is offside. Oh man. I mean, Barcelona is avoiding disaster in this final. And Barcelona can go through Joao Cancelo. Cancelo drops it off to Rafinha. Rafinha. Lewandowski. Desailly is there. Would this French legend team be able to beat Manchester City? I mean, maybe. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. You know, as much as people don't love Manchester City or criticize Manchester City, they're such a talented squad. Cancelo shot. There's the first shot on net, and it comes from Joao Felix, actually. Zidane. Makelele again. We're approaching halftime. It is going to be halftime. Halftime whistle is called. 0-0. Kind of a boring half. I'm not going to lie to you guys. As second half gets underway, is definitely not the most great final we had. That is for sure. You know, we definitely had more more exciting finals before. Thierry Henry carrying forward. And Zidane. Zizou can go forward here. Can he produce a little bit of magic? A little bit of French magic into the box to absolutely nobody. Wow, Zizou. Henry. Maybe. Vieira. Lizarazu, Henry, Makelele, Lizarazu now, Makelele, back heel to Vieira, take a shot, there is the shot, it's blocked, it's gonna be a corner. Okay, here we go, Desailly, Henry, Makelele, inside to Trezeguet, go, the French legends. There's the balding head of Zidane and Vieira, Desailly, Makelele, Henry. What a team. There is no stopping Trezeguet from there. 1-0 French legends over Barca. Cancelo inside to Rafinha. We might have an equalizer on our hands. Lloris. It was basically 1-1. 84 minutes. Barca needs an equalizer. Are we gonna have drama? Out wide to Cancelo. Cancelo does well. Cancelo tries to cross it in. Vieira is there holding on. Vieira. And now France is just wasting a little bit of time. 87 minutes in. Barca needs a goal. Koundé. Maybe one last chance here for Barcelona. Maybe. Possibly. Petit says no. There is the final whistle. The French legends, they pull it off against a stacked Barcelona squad. The French legends are coming up to grab this trophy, to grab this title. The club versus country Champions League. It will be lifted by Zinedine Zidane, by Petit, by Thierry Henry, by Trezeguet, by Hugo Lloris. France, not the modern France. The legends, they are your club versus country Champions League winners. You gotta give it to teams like Feyenoord and Porto that made it so deep. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button for me. Please hit the subscribe button for me. If you want to see more cool videos like this on the channel, let me know down in the comments, of course. France, peace, 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 peace.